Coming to you one more time. I got to do this one. 1800 hours, 15 minutes on Thursday, May 9th, 2019. This is part of the Black Men series, Good Men Back to Alignment. I had to do this one because this one was eating at me. This is the one I really wanted to do because since I've been alive, I never heard so many words classified towards the way a man should be, especially African descendant, quote unquote, black men in America, or just around the world in general in some cases. Some of the words we overuse are, let me go over the words we used to use first. We used to call you a punk, a chump, because a lot of us didn't grow up with the father or the male figure in the house. So a lot of us demeanor were more passive than aggressive. See, I know aggressive. See, I'm going to get to that in a minute, why I say aggressive, because there's another word that starts with an A that we use now. But then passive was, that don't make me a chump or a punk because I chose not to fight you right now. Now, unless you was fighting me and I backed down, but that was on your terms. See, when I used to fight, I didn't fight on people's terms. They're like, oh, you got beat up. No, I allowed him to pretty much win. Because that was on his terms. Because I wasn't angry at him. I had no anger towards him. My anger wasn't to harm him or hurt him. The anger came from after he harmed and hurt me. I had no anger. I had no true reason to fight the guy that just mad at me because he was making fun of my name and I told him to shut up. Now, whatever was bothering him in his life as a young man, I don't know what's going on in his home and his surroundings. But I wasn't angry for no reason. So, regardless of have a bigger brother or not, I didn't have a big brother. I was the big brother. Regardless of that or not, or my cousin wasn't around, I didn't have a reason just to go fight you. I wasn't just so aggressive that I had to prove my honor to fight you. So, I was more passive. Then, when you finally gave me the reason to fight you, you didn't want to fight me no more. Because I will fight you more than one time. I will fight you 3 or 4 times. You've won the first time, I guarantee you would not win the second, third, or fourth time. And that's what usually happens. You didn't win the next other times. Then eventually you're going to say, I'm going to stop. Or, okay, maybe he's not a punk, but he's not the guy I thought he was. Now that goes into the day that gets me into where I'm going to talk about. Alpha versus you. The word aggressive with that word that was the A word is alpha. I never heard so many terminologies. I was just saying this to the discussion board of alpha. Now the new word from the area we was born in, we heard the dude, the street dude, the hood dude. Okay, now we had the 90s, the paper bag boy, the dope boy, the thug, the hood dude. And then we got the stupid names which that YouTube, social media created. Not in the world. A lot of things that I found to be said in the computer, the social media world, it's not used outside of that. We don't use the word Pookie and Ray Ray and Educated Lane. Because in our world as good black men, quote unquote, we made fun of the guys, but we never solely beyond. Now here's another word that we use. We never bullied a guy for being smarter than us. Because that was the guy we wanted to help us on the test that we didn't understand. That's the guy we didn't try to punk off. We didn't want that guy to turn on us so we couldn't pass our test. I was one of the guys that thought I was smart since I was passive and quiet, that I knew what I was talking about. And I passed because I paid attention. See, that's the key word for the Black Man series, Good Man Back to Alignment, paying attention. So the alpha versus you. What is an alpha? Now, what is alpha? In your mind, you have no clue because you're hearing it on a social media. You're not hearing it. You're hearing the word real man. So now instead of saying what is an alpha, what is a real man? A man that is solid, not real, is a man that take care of his business that he have created and he have built. You started a family. You procreated a child. You working on things. You're bettering yourself. That's a man. Anything other than that, I'm not going to not call you a man. I'm not going to say, oh, you're not a real man. You're not a good man. You or whatever. I'm going to say what's wrong. I'm going to walk over to my brother and give him a helping hand and ask my brother, What is wrong with you? Why can't you exclude the thing of to yourself? Who to you? Can you be a man to yourself first? You can't be a man to nobody until you're a man to yourself. One on to yourself. So alpha mean first. You know what mean last? Omega. So before I get into Omega, I'm not going to talk about Omega because Omega is last and Omega is woman. Alpha is man. Yin and yang. Fertility and stability. Man. Stability is man. Womb is fertility. The womb. Alpha, man. Omega, woman. So with that being said, alpha means first, but alpha don't mean the beginning. Omega is the womb, but it means the end, but it's the beginning. It's the completion. Now let's talk about alpha. The next word that comes second to alpha is beta. But does beta mean second in mind, heart, spirit, and soul, and emotions? No. A lot of alpha, if there's an alpha, who does he require? A beta. He need a man that's going to follow him. So what if all the betas decide not to follow an alpha? An alpha have nothing to stand on. See, we want to dismiss the beta man because we know it's second, but that don't mean he's less of a man. That don't mean he's not as strong and as powerful. Who do you think the alpha get ideas from? See, and you can say, well, he got punked off. Did he really get punked off, or did he allow that to happen? Because in his benefit, see, alpha to me, when I think of alpha, I think of brute strength. I don't think of strategic, tactical. When I think of beta, I think of strategic, tactical, because you're second. You're going to always have a way to map. See, alpha can always try to beat you on brute strength. But what if you found out one day, that's why I call this alpha versus you. You are truly an alpha male. But since you have been degraded, bashed, belittled, diminished, and taught less than, and told you were inadequate, you were nothing, that you didn't know that every man around you is an alpha man. What if that happened? It's just most alpha has a time to be in front. Because a great leader is always a great follower, but a great follower always been a leader. Let me say it again. A great leader always is a great follower. A follower is always a great leader. So, and the reason I'm saying this, alpha versus you, because it's only coming from a perspective of what is weak and what is strong. And the one word that we don't use is zeta male. Now, what is a zeta male? What is a gamma male? What is a phi male? See, I'm bringing up the Greek phonetic alphabet. See how you get kappa. What is a kappa male? What is a kappa? See, nobody talks about that. What is what's the other one? That's the OC, Osis or Io male. See, nobody talks about that. Those males are not less than. See, with the alphabet, it's a symbolic letters of storing our standard in history. But it had put a place so it can be in order. We needed order so we can have alpha, beta. Now we go on. And then we have the completion of omega. So men, the Black Men series, back to alignment. This is not to tear down no man. This is to help you understand. If you're going to use those words, know what they mean. And there's no such thing as you're not a strong man and you're not a solid man or not a good man. The only way you are not a strong, solid, or good man, if you make decisions that's just going to hurt you and the people around you. So what I'll say unto one, I'll say unto all, is your path, is your journey, is your choice. Choose wisely. We have to stop allowing their shortcomings to be our coming so we don't have to constantly overcome. And when you see yourself as a man, define the man of who you are, you don't have to worry about what no one says about you. And damn sure, and this is not the offense to no woman, women should not be checking men, and men, unless that's your woman, check that woman or she's part of your family. And check the men that you're near. If they're doing and saying wrong and making bad decisions, say something, challenge them and guide them and let them be. You have a great day. Hope everybody do well. Shalom.